UMAR AHMED, IFL TV, MTK Global. I'm in Peterborough, 2 days out from fight night, joined by Frank Smith. How you doing, mate?
Very well, UMAR, IFL UMAR.
That's me.
You're becoming a bit of like a boat race. Saw someone chase down the tube at O2 the other day. Didn't see it, you put up a video of it.
No,
he was like, UMAR, IFL UMAR.
I think he had a few drinks.
Did he?
Maybe something else.
Okay, we'll leave it there then.
Anyways, yeah, so...
What are we doing?
We are doing a Q&A.
Oh,
you must have seen on Twitter.
These will be interesting. You're probably going to have to ignore about 50% of them, which will just be...
Actually, before we come on to that, there is a question I do want to ask you. You must have obviously seen Eddie's spat with Espinoza. What did you make of it?
That was hilarious, wasn't it? To be fair, I was watching it, I was just going back and forth. I think Eddie won, not because I work for him, but I think he killed him on that, didn't he? And then I ended it with that gif.
Well, that was
himself.
Brilliant.
I mean, that's impressive.
Even if Espinoza won, though, you couldn't really come out and say he did, could you?
Who do you think won this?
I'm not going to say, but I'm saying even if it...
Alright, you're not allowed. I'd tell you if Espinoza won.
Oh, you'd say that?
Yeah.
How would Eddie take that?
It's just a show, isn't it?
Anyways, let's start with this Q&A.
Can you run them past the...
Yeah, your
bosses,
PR team.
The PR team first.
Which is Emily.
Yeah.
Right, we'll start nice and easy. What's his favourite song currently? Can we expect a video of him dancing to it?
Still Kiki, Do You Love Me? That will never die out. I thought the key with that video was I made Eddie look slim, but he made me look like I could dance. So there was what? There was some ups and downs, getting some funny looks from the background.
Does he own more turtlenecks than Eddie Hearn?
I started this, I'd just like to say. Yeah, do you know what? We just have to clear up with Edward. Is that he'll abuse people for that. He'll say to me, "What the fuck are you wearing?" But then a week later, he would have bought 19 of them from Mr. Porter. So it's like, and I get called like the Audi Hearn, but it's like I started this. I don't think I started it as a fashion trend, but out of the two of us. So.
Do you wear it better than him? That's the main thing, I suppose.
I don't know. I mean, let's put that out to a public vote. I'm not going to say that.
I will put it out to a public vote.
Comment below on that one.
Okay, it's a boxing question. What's the latest with April 20th?
April 20th. So we were looking to do Dillian White originally, and they called the WBC called the purse bid for the Dominic Brazil fight. Don't think that's until March 23, I believe, somewhere around that sort of date.
But the Wilder fight in Brazil anyways now.
Who knows? I mean, they haven't announced anything. There's other options out there for him, maybe. I think they should do the Lewis. If they're not fighting, I think you should fight Lewis Ortiz again.
The Wilder?
Yeah. If you want, like, I don't know how they're gonna get him the money he needs, unless it's in a fight that, like, the Lewis Ortiz. There's a selling point there.
Cool.
That Ortiz nearly stopped him. So that'd be an interesting one, but we'll see what happens. But April 20th, we still aim to do a show at the O2. Got some things we'll announce probably next week, I'd say.
Guess it's not Joseph Parker though, is it?
No.
When will you be called Frank Eubank?
I'm already at home. No, I don't think I'll ever be called Frank Eubank. There's an argument about whether the kids will be called Eubank Smith or not. So we'll see what happens with that.
How does Eddie like his tea?
I like Frank Eubank, that sounds quite good. Shut up.
Did you not hear that last question?
How does
Eddie like his tea?
no sugar, normally drinks coffee instead of tea, slight little bit of milk, not too much. Expert, did it for many years, still doing it now.
Who is your inspiration, and can I have 2 tickets to an event up north, please?
Who asked the question?
Leeds United is his username.
Leeds United?
Yeah, not the actual football club, but...
Oh, that's nice. You can have 2 tickets for an event up north. My inspiration in life is my family, people around me.
Okay. Frank, name 3 people you admire in the boxing world and why.
Chris Eubank Jr., Emily Eubank. Why? Because I have to say it. Who do I admire in the boxing world? We could just leave it there, it'd be funny.
Leave it
no, I would say 3 people I admire. I admire Eddie and Barry because they've given me the opportunity to get to where I am within business, and they've given me opportunities throughout the way. I admire Tony Sims. His young son's there. He's a legend. He's a legend. Big up the Sims family. Not so much his son, but Tony. Tony's very good. And who else? Do you know another guy? John Wishusen, because I worked with him for a long time at Matchroom. He's obviously now at Poxon, but he's a good guy and worked very closely with him.
Okay. Am I getting as arrogant as Coog and Cassius?
No one is as arrogant as Coog and Cassius. So, no.
I can't say much more on that. He's my boss, so...
Yeah, don't worry. I'm only joking, Coogan. I love you, really. Do you know what? These boys aren't arrogant. They work bloody hard and do a good job, so none of them are arrogant. So you should take that question back.
Thank you, Frank. Would you ever want to be in the public eye as much as Eddie Hearn is?
No, not really.
Why?
Because I don't really... It's not what I thrive for. Not saying he does, but it's not my main aim from this. You know, my main aim from this is to do well in a business and be a success to myself. Not really. I don't want to become like walk along the street. Oh, Frank Smith. Like, no, I don't think it will happen. But
do you mind it though?
do you know what? Because I hang around with a lot of people who are in the public eye. I don't really like the idea of not having your own light. Like, you can't really do anything. Or you go out and you get like bombarded, or you go out and it's like, can I have a picture with you? Not saying that that's me, but public eye, that's what happens. I'd rather be in the public eye or like within a group of people who like respect you sort of within business.
Okay.
Than what you do.
Alright. What's your favourite crisps?
Monster Munch. Pickled onion.
Same as Eddie, isn't it?
No, doesn't he like knickknacks or something?
No, he likes Monster Munch.
Does he?
Yeah.
Fucking all day long. 'Cause motorway services grab bags, so they're a bit bigger. Sometimes I get 2 packs. Dealt with.
I don't know why you're getting asked this, but when can we expect a PS4 boxing game?
I don't know. I think that's a great. Someone
We
should
should
do
have
it.
one, but I don't know whether you could pull any string.
No, I think they used to do a fight night, didn't
Yeah.
they? I don't know why they don't do it anymore, but that's definitely a good idea. Problem is, it takes a lot of investment, a game like that.
And all the rights to each fighter's
Yeah.
name.
I mean, it's not. That'd be a tough thing to put together, but someone should do it.
Can you ask Frank when he's going to knock those jumpers and blazers on the head?
Never. So look.
Okay.
Sorry if you don't like it.
Any updates on Kell Brook?
Kell Brook, yeah, he will be out. We're looking at some options for him. We were looking at possibly the Vargas fight. That may happen down the line, but we're looking at options for him. Be news on him in the next few weeks as well.
Probably in America?
Possibly in America, may do something in the UK as well. That's not written off.
3 fights Frank wants to see in 2019. It doesn't have to be matchroom fights.
3 fights I would like to see. I'd like to see Munguia against Jesse Vargas. That's a good fight. I'd like to see Tevin Farmer against Gervonta Davis. I would still like to see Brook against Khan. No?
It's lost its appeal though.
Yeah, but it's still a big fight, and it would still be very interesting. A couple of others that aren't to do with us. I'd like to see Eubank against Billy Joe Saunders rematch. That'd be interesting. Whether that can even happen, who knows? Yeah, there's some big fights out there. You know, Joshua Wilder, obviously, that's the one. It's probably the key one that I'd like to see by the end of this year.
Funny you mentioned Billy Joe. Someone's asked what do you make of the situation with Billy Joe. I'm assuming it's about Ramirez possibly not vacating.
Yeah, it's all very confusing because they announced it, didn't they, as a WBO world title. Saunders, is he not really? Sorry, is Ramirez not, or is he?
He's going up to light heavy,
he's going
but
up to
doesn't
light,
mean
but
he's
he hasn't-
vacating the title.
I don't know whether they still do the fight. Has it got any interest for people without that world title? You know, the story is he goes up and moves up and wins a world title another weight. If you can't do that now, is there any point doing it? I don't know.
But I mean, the Eubank rematch doesn't require a world title to be there, really.
They got the one. They got the IBO title. So.
Okay, this is a strange question. I'm not even going to bother with that.
What is it?
No, I can't say.
Okay.
can't-
Can you show me?
It's about.
Let me see. He's lost it now, don't worry.
No, definitely can't.
I can't, don't answer that question. Brilliant question.
Will Sky have to put up or shut up now that instead of complaining about the zone? That doesn't even make sense, that question. But I guess what he's trying, yeah.
I think there's been a lot of talk, and Adam Smith's spoken quite openly about it. As you'll see from this month's schedule, everything else we've got coming up, what we announced in April, we're working very hard on our UK events to make sure we continue growing them. There was some talk about the February event not being strong enough. It came through on paper. Look, we had the best year in many years last year, you know, from all points of view, from viewing figures, pay-per-view, but everything. Now collectively we all delivered, and we'll continue to do that. I think there's been a big thing around this DAZN launch, our DAZN launch. We've been going 6 months, but as you'll see from our March show, you know, March 23rd, Edwards fight defending his world title, Buatsi on there. You've got a Coley on there. March 30th, Liam Smith, Sam Eggington, David Price, Anthony Fowler, Scott Fitzgerald. It's a great lineup, so you can't complain about it. You know, I think people just focused on that Feb show, and then you've got this weekend's Next Gen show. It's probably the most stacked Next Gen show we've ever done.
Can you sort of see people's concerns though at this point, considering the marquee names are fighting in the US from your stable?
But what names would you say? So Anthony Joshua's going out there.
And then the likes of maybe Buatsi, Josh Kelly.
They're fighting at home.
But they're also fighting away from home.
They haven't, have they?
No,
the younger guys
June the 1st, I'm guessing they're going to be announced.
Yeah, maybe, but that's part of delivering a stacked show for UK fight fans buying a pay-per-view. So, you know, it's about delivering throughout that night to make sure people want to stay up and get the talent they want to see.
Kell Brook potentially fighting in the US as well.
Yeah, maybe, but I think people have to understand that certain fights can only be made that way. So it's either you don't see it, or, you know, so it's like, what do you want? You either don't see certain fights, or you see them and they're in America. So, you know, it's difficult to, you can't please everyone, can you? But we're still, you know, you look at March's schedule. March, we got 6 shows on Sky Sports and DAZN, packed shows, and we'll continue to do that April, May, June, July throughout the year.
Now that copper box card as well, that's a serious card.
Yeah.
No.
So that's our aim. We're not taking our eye off the ball with it. We're going to continue. I think the key is that a lot of these old guard who have been around for a long time are nearing the end of their sort of.
Even Khan and Brook.
Yeah, and there's not and a lot of them retiring. Bellew, Hay, Groves, DeGale, etc. You know, this is our job now, is to grow these younger guys. But it's like I said, everyone wants it like now. We just need to build it the right way, and we will do that because we've done that in the past.
What does Eddie Hearn's arse taste like?
Depends what he's eaten.
Why is Frank not a blue tick wanker yet?
I don't know. Speak to Twitter. Huh? I'm not the real Frank Smith. There's lots of us.
This is from Alonzo Nuck, so if you want to have a go at him later, you can feel free to do so. Why are you such a bollockless little twat?
What? What's a bollockers?
Bollockless.
Mate, get a life. It's fucking midday on a Thursday. Go to work or something. Do something constructive with your life. But I've got bollocks. Thank you though. And I'm not a twat.
This is a strange one.
Okay. Explain
Stubhub.
So, we've had a long-term partnership with Stubhub. We've actually worked very hard to grow this sport in this country. They sell our tickets for our shows at face value. They have a secondary part of their business, just like any other box office in the world. You know, Ticketmaster have a secondary business. O2, AXS have a secondary business. Everyone has a secondary part of their business. So StubHub, we list tickets. So just like you can buy a ticket off of www.ticketmaster.com for AJ's fight for face value, you can go on www.stubhub.com and buy a ticket at face value. Any tickets we list are listed at face value. So yeah, they sell a number of our tickets, but just like anyone else would. So people see StubHub selling secondary tickets. Anyone can do that. I did that for Fury Wilder. The only reason they didn't have as many for Fury Wilder is because they couldn't sell any tickets, or couldn't sell enough tickets. So, you know, it's demand. It's like any business, it's based on demand. If we sell all our tickets, they're going to go on secondary websites. We can't stop that. Only in football is it illegal because of the groups of fans being segregated. But we can't stop it. So everyone, music, sport, entertainment, theatres, same in everything. So our deal with Stubhub, as I say, been a great partner. They built up the sport, invested very heavily in the sport, and they've sold a number of tickets at face value, like anyone else. So that's my explanation on Stubhub, hopefully.
I feel like every time though Coogan interviews Eddie or even Frank Warren, it's the same conversation. Like it always gets asked, but it's always the same answer. I see what people want here.
Yeah, but Frank Warren's got his own agenda, so he's going to push what he wants people to hear. Fine, that's fine. That's what he's going to do. I mean, if he sold out shows, then he'd have people selling tickets on StubHub, but he doesn't sell out shows. It's not my problem. You know, he's the one who goes on about it. You can't edit that.
No. It's raw and uncut. Yeah. Who do you think the biggest prospect they have on the platform?
UK,
worded
US?
that really badly, but yeah.
We've signed so many. You know, you look at, especially in the US as well.
You signed someone else, didn't you?
Austin Ammo Williams, who's really exciting. We had the two guys, Pacheco and Espino, fight on Saturday in the US. We've got Nikita Abibi, Reshat Mati. Over here, though, I think the guys have moved a lot quicker. You know, you look at the likes of Joshua Buatsi, who's fighting on the Copper Box show. Anthony Fowler's fighting Scott Fitzgerald in probably his toughest test today. You know, they're the guys who are really stepping up much quicker. You know, Kez Ashfaq, who's behind us as well. He looked great in his last fight. Saturday night will look great and push on for titles. So we've got such an array of young talent that it's exciting. And as I say, these are the ones we're going to build up. Some of them will move slower than others, but these are the ones we're going to build up to get to those headline shows.
Sims Jr. as well on this bill.
Yeah, I mean he's a bit more developed, but he's had a long period of time out the ring prior to joining us. But he's had regular fights since coming across. He fights Saturday night, and then he fights on our LA show on April 26th. He's a great talent, exciting to watch, entertaining outside the ring. Has arguments with Jordan Gill about who had tassels first.
What was that all about?
I don't know. It shocked me. I just wanted a nice, easy press conference. It shocked me as much as anyone. But no, he's an entertaining guy.
All right, last one. What was your first encounter with Chris Eubank Senior like?
Where did I first meet Chris Eubank Senior? What? Yeah, it was fine. He's a good guy.
What did he say to you?
He actually, one of the funniest things he's ever said is, make sure you keep my daughter in the life she's accustomed to. That's probably the best thing he's ever said to me.
Say that again.
Make sure you keep my daughter in the life she's accustomed to.
That could be interpreted in many ways.
What? Why'd you go like that? What's wrong with you? He's my father-in-law. Can you imagine what the wedding speeches are going to be like between him and Eddie? It's going to be hilarious, in a good way. She's going to walk down the aisle to Simply the Best. We're going to have Buffer say, "Let's get ready to marry." It's going to be. Trust me, I'm going to say it's going to be on IFL pay-per-view. Probably get 900 viewers, £9 to go. Might pay for the canopies at the way she spends money. Yeah, watch it.
All right, Frank Smith. Thank you for talking to Umar IFL Umar.
What is this, Umar? And why does everyone keep sending me messages saying, how is Umar doing sexually?
Have you not seen Tyne's videos? Tyne Booth?
No.
Well, I can't explain the joke if you don't watch it.
Okay. Can you send it to me?
Yeah.
Can you send me some cutouts of this video as well, of things I can put out on my social media?
Can't do that, Frank.
Thank you, Umar IFL Umar.
No worries, Frank Smith. Thank you very much.